Time for the lions. Tell them one story. Listen to the lion voice, yeah.
Word. So, one of the things that I would tell a young brethren or sister who is coming up in the order and wants to lock their hair, especially if you're doing the free form locks, is even though you let your locks grow free form, make sure that you structure them in a way that you have access to all of the different parts of your scalp. Because one of the issues, ones who just grow their locks from the zeal, they don't think about the hair care aspect. How do I know? I was partially one of these brethren where I just made my Congo grow. Later on, I had to go back and separate some things and sort out some things so I could access parts of my scalp, because my scalp was very sensitive. And you need to be able to, deal with your scalp here. That's very essential when you are dealing with freeform locks. So think about it as you're cultivating a garden. Your antenna, your locks are your antenna, or it's like the fruits of a garden. Your heavens is the garden bed. So you let your locks grow, but you're also gonna have space in between where you can walk, where you can do your maintenance and do what you have to do, because you have to maintain your locks. You have to clean them, you have to scrub them, you have to squeeze them out, you have to really make a lot of efforts to make sure you keep your locks clean, because you don't want your locks to get mildew, you don't want them to be moldy. When we wash our locks, we have to take time and dry them. Sometimes you want to do things, when you're in the trad like I and years where you're in the trad, washing your locks, drying your locks is a whole production. So you have to take that time. So, that's for the free form. When you are going into the manicure locks now, then, you have to sort that out. Some people go to the hairdresser. I don't know any Rastafari brethren or sister who go to loctician or hairdresser. This is a to be fair, it's a relatively new manifestation on the earth, but I don't know any serious Rastafari who go to a loctician. If you're a Rastafari and you go to a loctician, drop a comment, that I know. I don't have anything against that. Brethren going to the hairdresser regularly to maintain them locks, I'm not into that part of it. But hey, it's a new world. Bingy man, no way is that going to happen. Bingy man, only his queen is going to be able to touch his locks on earth. That's the order. Nobody should be touching your locks as a Naya Bingy man. Bobo Shanti order, I would imagine, is something similar. Again, I can't speak for the 12 tribe or the other orders. I would only speak for what I know. And Naya Bingy, only your queen is going to maintain your locks. And then we have to get forward to the queens. And this, brethren, why is another benefit of having a queen. Your queen, my queen, take the time to do a soak. We have the hot water. You steam out the water, you put the different herbs, apple cider vinegar, different things. You soak your locks, get out all of the residue, everything. My queen do all of that work for I. And that is so Isla. So if a man pay and go to hairdresser and get that done, will we condemn him to ashes and burn him? Maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't do it, but because I don't know the energy of the one who's touching the covenant. And that's another thing. We take this covenant very serious when we pray, when we do everything. This is a conduit to the Most High, because an extension. You ever somewhere and something not right, the hairs on your neck stand up? Well, when you have locks, it's an amplification, because you've not altered yourself. You're standing in your divine form. So our intuition is heightened when you're a Congo man. If I lie, me I tell, put it in the comments. All of the people with locks know what I'm talking about. Drop a comment, let the people know, how we have higher perception with our Congo. This is how we know Babylon has been falling for decades. And now you see everything that the Rastafari brethren and sisters say have come to pass. They are coming to pass. We were seen as extremists, as zealots, all of these things, but everything what we say, or the elders said, we see it now have come to pass, or it's coming to pass. So the herb as the healing of the nation, Ital Levity, fall of Babylon, repatriation, the return of Africans to the continent, all of these things which were the core teachings of Rastafari when they were first professed were seen as extreme and delusional. Today we stand here in 2023 and it's a fact that can be searched on the internet. So
ain't got no money, I'm short on cash, plus a little bit I got to make it last. Some driving in the fast lane, drive too fast, and when they crash, some for them crack like glass. Some act like they never had no past. I ask them about the history, them grin and laugh. They don't know what we've been through, see what they into. I say I'm African, no, they say they Africans too. Well, who built the OAU? When I ask them for them now, they can't say who. How many stay true and seek that light? How many sell them soul for the money and hype? It's funny how money make a man delight. The same money turn around and make him lose his life. But who gonna teach the people them how to survive? But we not the lion from Judah tribe. Who gonna make sure that the black man rise? We not the lion from Judah tribe. Who gonna take the dogs and open their eyes? We not the lion from Judah tribe. Who gonna shine his light, reveal all lies? We not the lion from Judah tribe. Some ain't got money, they lost their job. Some ain't got money, so they steal and rob. Some work hard just to get the car and the house, get laid off, creditors are kicked out. Some sell rocks to the people for the love of the money. Some start doing evil. Some push dope in their veins. Who lost their hope? Some break the chains. Tell them about the lion who can't be tamed. Rule Mount Zion crowned with a new name. Might of the Trinity manifest in the flesh. Now the energy can't be contained. Who gonna teach the people them how to survive? We not the lion from Judah tribe. Who gonna make sure that the black people rise? We not the lion from Judah tribe. Who gonna take the stripper, open the eyes? We not the lion from Judah tribe. Who gonna shine his light, reveal our lies? We not the lion from Judah tribe.